everyone, it's Josie here with BioMD. And here at BioMD, we believe that education is key. As buyers, it's really important for you to understand what it is you're purchasing and what is the right product for you. Having numerous terms presented in the CBD industry, there needs to be some clarification regarding the differences between the different kinds of CBD that are available. Now, there are three main kinds of CBD available. There's the broad spectrum CBD, the full spectrum CBD, and the isolate CBD. And today I'm going to explain to you some of the differences between these different variants of CBD, and maybe we'll try and figure out which one's the best one for you. Now, but before all of that, let's talk a little bit about what CBD is. Cannabidiol, or CBD, is a compound that is found in the cannabis plant. There are many different cannabinoids that are found in the cannabis sativa plant. The two main ones that most people have heard of are THC and CBD. The main difference between THC and CBD is that THC is a psychoactive compound and CBD is a non-psychoactive. And by psychoactive, we mean when you smoke or inhale or ingest THC, you feel the effect of being high and you feel a general change in your perception of the world. The opposite to THC is CBD. And I say it's the opposite in that you don't feel these feelings of high, you don't feel any of the psychoactive effects when you take CBD. However, CBD is known to possess many health benefits, and which is why we are more interested in CBD and its uses at BioMD. Now, the sativa plant contains more than just THC and CBD. There are other kinds of terpenes, and there's other kinds of cannabinoids that are present in the sativa plant. And it is the combination of all these different components that leads to a variance in the different types of CBD that we see. So let's start with broad spectrum CBD. Broad spectrum CBD infuses the various substances apart from THC. So it'll include CBD, cannabinoids, terpenes, and other chemicals that are derived from the plant. And at the same time, it does meet the federal requirement as it has all of the THC removed. But even though it has all of the THC removed, since it has most of the other components of the plant, you still experience the entourage effect. Now let's talk about full spectrum CBD. Full spectrum CBD will retain all of the chemical properties of the plant, including THC. Now, authentic federally legal CBD is derived from industrial hemp and contains less than 0.3% THC. Now, this is very, very low amounts of THC, and it will not show up on a drug test. All CBD products are required by law to meet this percentage, and no CBD product that you consume will show up on any drug test that you take. Similar to the broad spectrum CBD, the full spectrum CBD will also encourage the entourage effect to take place, but if you take the full spectrum CBD, you'll feel it a lot more than you would if you were to take the broad spectrum CBD, just because the full spectrum CBD has 0.3% of THC and the broad spectrum has no THC. Finally, let's talk about the third and the last kind of CBD, which is the isolate CBD. Isolate CBD products are labeled as being the purest form of the product, depending on how they're processed. Isolate products have been isolated down to just the CBD molecules, so it'll contain nothing else. They do not possess any other active ingredient, no terpenes or other cannabinoids, so this is the purest form of CBD that you can ingest. This type of product is generally processed as a white powder and also can be included in oil. Now again, there are many other factors that can affect CBD. For example, various growing seasons can cause the individual mix of components to vary. Like one growing season can have a yield that's exceptionally high in CBD, whereas the other yield, based on temperature, weather, might have a yield that's a little bit lower in CBD. And again, the variation of chemicals might be different depending on the state's climate that the CBD is produced in. The weather in Kentucky is very different from the weather in California, so you will find differences in the CBD that are grown in different states. Another difference that may impact the product is the extraction process itself. Ethanol and superficial fluid of CO2 both have advantages and disadvantages, but do not produce identical product because the extraction itself will impact the chemicals that are resulting from this process. I will end on saying that choosing which CBD product that meets your specific needs is a personal choice. If you want to assure that there's no THC present in your CBD, I would recommend going for the isolate strain. However, if you want to expect and experience a feeling of calmness that is more tangible, maybe like at the end of the night, maybe right before you go to bed, you want to experience a feeling of calmness in your muscles, then I would recommend either the broad spectrum or the full spectrum. And there is really no harm in trying out different products and in seeing which one works best for you and your personal needs. There are many coupon codes available for most of these CBD products, and that is one way to save money and still try out different strains and see what works best for you. So good luck on this journey.